Good morning. I'm Miss Lina Al-Haj. Today we'll continue with Unit 11. We'll finishing with the exercises. Here we'll discuss article or text belt for safety. Here I'll divide the text into two texts and do tasks about them as it is required at the final exam. Belt for safety. Road tunnels through mountains or under rivers and seas make car journeys shorter and faster. Some of the long tunnels, like those through the Alps, were incredible and believable engineering achievements when they were first built. For example, here we'll talk about two tunnels in the text. Okay? The 11-kilometer long Mont Blanc tunnel between France and Italy, which was opened in 1965, massively shortened journey times between the two countries. But in recent years, with the increase in freight traffic we mean the vehicles, vans that carry things, goods, not people, using tunnels. There have been some terrible accidents. I think there was a famous fire that took place. So, when planners were designing the 24.5-kilometer Lærdal tunnel in Norway, safety was one of their main concerns. People have known for some time that the main factors which cause accidents in long tunnels are tiredness and claustrophobia. What do you mean by this word? Okay, a fear of being in small spaces. Drivers can easily fall asleep in tunnels because the view, what they see, the view never changes. There is nothing to keep them awake. This can lead to accidents caused by vehicles driving into the sides of the tunnel. This is the text, and I think you have read them in your books. Now, after reading the text, what you will do at the final exam, answer the following questions. Number 1, when was the Mont Blanc tunnel opened? Number 2, how long is the Lærdal tunnel? Why was safety the main concern for planners when designing the Lærdal tunnel? Okay, now if you are watching us, you can return to the text, okay, and have time to answer the questions. Okay? Here is the text. Now, return to the questions. 1, 2, 3. Okay? When was Mont Blanc tunnel opened? How long is the Lærdal tunnel? Why was safety the main concern for planners when designing the Lærdal tunnel? Now, let's see our answers, the correct answers. For number 1, it was opened in 1965. We are talking about Mont Blanc tunnel. Number 2, I think the question, how long, okay, is the Lærdal tunnel? It is 24.5 kilometers. Now, why was safety the main concern? Because with the increase in freight traffic using tunnels, there have been some accidents because there have been, okay, some terrible accidents. Now, yes, so you have the text. You have questions about the text. You have another question about the text. find words in the text which mean the following. So you have here definitions. I want, okay, here we want to write the suitable word from the text, okay? We have here unbelievable, unbelievable. Which word in the text means unbelievable? 5, cut down, shortened. 6, lorries and vans carrying things, not people. Here we can return to our text. Okay? Let's see which word in the text means unbelievable. Yes. Notice here incredible. Okay? Question or word, the second word, vans or lorries carrying things, not people. It is freight traffic. Okay, now let's, if you want to move. Yes, the third one, shortened, we can here have reduced the meaning. Reduced means shortened. Okay? So, questions about the text. You need also to study meaning. Okay, we have finished this question. Now, we'll move to another. Okay, we want to move to another slide. Yeah? Yes? We have finished this. We need to move to another one. Yes? Answer, we finished this question. Here, answer key. Now, third question, rewrite these sentences above the text to correct the information. Okay? So, these questions are required at the final exam. You have the text, you have the questions, you have to find the meaning. I want to write words that have the same meaning with the previous question. Now, third one about the text, rewrite these sentences about the text to correct the information. And I want here to refer to something. At the final exam, many students only correct the sentence. That's wrong. I want here to rewrite these sentences about the text to correct the information. Okay. Road tunnels are short and fast. Yeah, I think notice here, I want to rewrite with the correct information. The Mont Blanc tunnel reduced the distance between France and Italy. Yeah, the tunnel reduced the distance. Let's see the answers. Road tunnels make car journeys shorter and faster. So, I should write road tunnels make car journeys shorter and faster. The second one, the Mont Blanc tunnel, yes, didn't reduce the distance. The Mont Blanc tunnel reduced journey times. It shortened journey times between France and Italy. Okay? So, I repeat. I have a question, I have text, then I have a questions, we have definitions, and we have two sentences we should rewrite with the correct information. Now here, let's continue with another text, the completion of the text, And we have also questions, definitions, and rewrite sentences. Read the following text and do the tasks below. Okay? I advise all students to read the questions, okay, in details, slowly, okay, and be careful. Read the following text and do the tasks below. So, experts, including psychologists, did research to find out how they could make the 20-minute journey through their new tunnel less monotonous. After experiments, they decided to build the tunnel in 4 sections. Okay, so they decided to divide the tunnel into 4 sections with holes between them. The holes are wider and higher than the main tunnel and have special lighting similar to a sunrise. The idea is that, what was their first concern? I think safety. So what was the idea? The idea is that drivers will feel refreshed, so they will not fall asleep as they drive through the holes. The holes have 2 other purposes. So we have another things. Why do experts, or why did the experts, make holes? Other purposes related to safety. If there is an accident on the road ahead, drivers can turn around in the holes and return the way they came. So drivers, if they see that there is an accident, they can return the way they come. There are also labels in the holes where drivers can stop and rest. The Lardal Tunnel also has an efficient ventilation system which responds to the amount of traffic in the tunnel. Air pollution is monitored by staff in a control room. Monitored here means pollution is watched thoroughly, okay? Now, let's continue. Now, answer the following questions. Answer the following questions. Number 1, what was the purpose of the research that experts did? So, what was the purpose of the research that experts did? Number 2, how would levies help drivers through tunnels? Why do the holes have lighting similar to a sunrise? Here, the 3 questions, okay? I'll give you, 1 minute to return to the text and try, if you are watching us, try to answer the questions. This is the text. Yes? And return to our questions. What was the purpose of the research that experts did? Let's see the answer. To find out, so the answer to question number 1, to find out how they could make the 20-minute journey through their new tunnel less monotonous. Okay? Question 2. How would levies help drivers through tunnels? Drivers can stop and rest. So, drivers can stop and rest. Question 3. Why do the holes have lighting similar to a sunrise? The idea is that drivers will feel refreshed as they drive through the tunnel. So, drivers will feel refreshed. Now, we finished the questions. Yeah, find now, as I explained, find words in the text which mean the following. Boring, because of being the same. 5, a space next to a road where vehicles can stop. 6, carefully watched and checked. So, boring because of being the same, a space. Now, let's return to our text and find words. Which mean. Boring because of being the same. Here, let's see the answer. Boring because of being the same. If I want to use the bench here. Okay. Yeah, I think this word, monotonous. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay, let me move to the previous one, please. Yes? Yeah. Yes, let's move to another, please. Yeah. Yes, I don't want to write. Please move to another slide. Yeah, you made me mistakes, please. Yeah, I want to move the screen. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Drivers can stop and rest. Here the questions. I don't want this one. Find words. A space next to a road where vehicles can stop. Here we mean lay bees. Okay. Now 6. Carefully watched and checked, monitored. Okay. Monitored. Now move to the rewrite these sentences about the text to correct the information. Okay. 7. The amount of traffic adds pressure to the Lerdal tunnel. The amount of traffic adds pressure to the Lerdal tunnel. Let's see the answer. I should write this sentence. The Lerdal tunnel also has an efficient ventilation system which responds to the amount of traffic in the tunnel. So I repeat, the Lerdal tunnel also has an efficient ventilation system which responds to the amount of traffic in the tunnel. Yeah. Air pollution in the Lerdal tunnel is a big problem. Air pollution in the Lerdal tunnel is a big problem. Let's see the answer. Air pollution is monitored by staff in a control room. Air pollution is monitored by staff in a control room. Okay? So, that's all for the text. So, I repeat. What should the students do to the first text? You have the text, you have the questions, okay? You have to find the meaning of certain words, and you have to rewrite sentences with the correct information. Thank you, okay?